Now, in a last-ditch move towards the end of the markets today, we saw the NSE All Share Index extend gains from Monday, led by gains from Dangote Cement. And I have Muktar Mohammed, is an analyst at Assar Investments. He joins me now to discuss sentiments in the market today. Thank you so much for your time, Muktar. And when you look at what's playing out today, we've seen, looking at what's driving sentiment in the market, we saw the NSE All Share Index drop below 40,000, the 40,000 mark earlier today, and then swung back with that last-ditch move with interest from Dangote Cement. Can you talk us through what we're seeing play out in the markets today?
I think we are seeing perception, we are seeing profit taking, we are seeing reshuffling of portfolio. We are seeing all sorts by investors at this time looking for dividend yielding stocks. And I think that's what played out in the market. Like you said, from the onset of the market, we saw the market losing, and then towards the close of the market, we saw that change of sentiment, change of result immediately coming in. So I think the market is playing out that, and I expect that to continue for some time. Investors will still be looking at opportunities in the market, especially from those stocks that will be paying good dividends. And if you look at some of those stocks, they were even down today, and that gives another opportunity for you to see rally in those stocks before the end of the week and possibly before the end of the month. You will see some of all these things happening in the market.
All right, interesting times, like you rightly said, but I'd like to know look at the sentiments we're seeing in the industrial goods sector. You know, we saw the Boaz Cement was down about 6 naira earlier today, and then we're also seeing a competitor, Dangote Cement, coming to change the tide in the markets today. I'd like you to speak to what we're seeing and that competition in that space and how you expect it to grow in the near term.
I think what you're seeing in that space is what we call comparative analysis. Investors are looking at Dangote Cement, looking at Boaz Cement, and looking at the both companies. And then in terms of price, you see that definitely it came down to 79 today from a height of almost 90. And you are seeing them Dangote also did the buyback. And when you look at these sectors, there are key sectors that are going to play a larger role, especially in the next couple of years in the Nigerian economy, because we are going into where we will see a lot of infrastructural development in the economy. And these two big companies are going to play a larger part in it. And when you look at in terms of distribution, you realize that Dangote Cement has a large network of distribution all over the country compared to Boaz Cement. And Boaz Cement is beginning to open up, and it's also trying to get into the south side of this nation. And you saw that with the acquisition they did in Port Harcourt. So investors are looking at those investments by Boaz Cement, looking at the expansion in Dangote Cement. Then they did the comparing analysis, and some investors will tell you that it looks like Dangote might be off our reach, so we need to key into the next big thing, the cement company in the cement industry, on the conglomerate, and that is Boaz Cement. So you see those sentiments play out in the market for a while, and then you will not see the balance in terms when we have to get to price equilibrium, and then we begin to see market numbers begin to determine movement. For now, it's going to be based on sentiment, going to be on comparing analysis, going to be on future plan of those companies. And so, but later on, we'll begin to see those sentiment come down to what the numbers are saying.
All right, about looking at the twist the African Continental Free Trade Agreement is going to bring into the markets generally, I'd like to know how investors are positioning for companies that have that broader Africa strategy and how they plan to tap into this pact.
And then when you look at those space, if you're playing the Nigerian Stock Exchange, then you'll be looking at the banking sector. You'll be looking at the conglomerate like Dangote Cement. I mean, Dangote Cement seems to be the only one in that space. And then the banking sectors, when you look at them, they have branches all over Africa. Those are those that will see the immediate benefit. Maybe other companies will see a CII leasing already have an outlet in Ghana also. They may also play a part there. But outside of that, most Nigerian companies have just been within the space. And so we might see some of them expanding, but the beneficiary of this African Free Trade Agreement would be like Dangote Cement, and also maybe if Boaz Cement, but that Boaz Cement will take some time. But immediate benefit, we see Dangote Cement, we see the banking sector, especially the big banks, the first tier bank like Zenith Bank, Access Bank, UBA, GTB, and those are the ones that will take benefit of those African trade agreements. So for now, we only see that play out in the financial sector and the conglomerate. We only see that play in Dangote Cement.